So I've got a couple of years of experience prior to Calcutta, but that one was on the engineering side. And one of the things that I realized post MBA was that although I thought that I was quite good at my job, but I didn't have the full perspective of what I was doing. So I was at that time part of Voltas Limited, and one of the things which MBA obviously taught me was that how do other things link up, and once whatever decision you're taking in a particular department, the impact of that in other areas. So the first job that I had post MBA was with GE. So I joined that program. It's called Financial Management Program. It's a very old program. I'm not too sure, but I think it just completed 80 or 90 years or something like that in the GE whole system. It's a global program, and what you do is you go through different roles in different GE businesses for six months. So you learn different GE business dynamics, and also you learn about different areas within finances. Although you go through different experiences, one common thing is that for some reason GE is able to have a culture which is very common across different GE businesses. For some reason I had to move out of GE because they didn't have enough options in India, and so I moved to iGate for a very small while. And one of the job changes where within first week you realize that you landed at the wrong place and you start searching for a second job. So then I said, okay, I will not change in a hurry, I will search properly, I will find out a proper role first and a proper organization first rather than anything else, and then see what to do. And automatically some opportunity came up with Mahindra Group. I didn't know much about Mahindra at all, but Anand was setting up a very small team under his office called Office of Strategic Management, and supposed to be similar to a bit of a TSMG, internal consultants, strategists, helping out internal businesses think about their current strategy and also helping out with the new businesses and new initiatives. Seemed like a very good role, and definitely it was wonderful to work there. We worked on a lot of new initiatives. So Mom and Me was something I was working on. Mumbai Mantra, which is a filmmaking arm of Mahindra, I was working on, and then two-wheeler project and some lot of stuff. Since it was Bombay and I had to move back to Delhi for personal reason, I had to move out. So, but through some common friends, I found out about a group of people who were trying to do something on insurance aggregation for European markets. Seemed like an interesting proposition. Again, no background of financial services or consumer internet as such, but that was not stopping me anyways getting into that, and it was more of a finance role which is not that uncommon between different industries. So went ahead and joined this group. There were some problems with the promoter of that company, and there were 6 of us in the management team. 3 of us were Indian, 3 foreigners. So we 3 thought, okay, we are coming out and creating something of our own. And we said, okay, let's start something in India. In India, 2007, de-tariffing has happened on insurance. So 2008 is the time frame that I'm talking about. So at that time we said, okay, let's see if we can educate customers about that the prices are different and there is advantage of buying online. So we created PolicyBazaar.com. So it's been 7 years, and I hope we have reached somewhere that people have realized, okay, there is something called PolicyBazaar. So we are trying to now get much deeper into the product thinking there and forcing companies to think about such parameters and helping them with data, helping them with a lot of stuff. So that's about, in brief about our journey, my journey into insurance. Personally, I think there are advantages of working in large and small organizations both. So if you work in large organizations, typically you get to understand much more about the processes, much more about how to work with a large team sort of culture. But your overall exposure may not be as high as in a small startup, obviously. Small startups give you that flexibility, but because they are so ad hoc, sometimes you miss out in a long run if you start your career with a very small organization. Thanks. Thank you. It's not a very good business overall. It's required to survive when you are very small and when you are trying to get the whole ecosystem in place. When I say ecosystem, it includes my own platform, includes supplier platform, includes customer understanding, everything. When we talk to customers and we say, okay, do you actually need assistance or not? People actually tell us that they need assistance, even from simple products like car insurance. So it's quite funny. I think as a society in India, we are used to assistance. We need our driver, we need our maid, we need all the cleaning people to come to the house. We are used to assistance. It's just that we don't abuse that privilege. That's what